We began 2018 full of zeal to carry out our mandate and help our President realize his vision for the country to be free from corruption, criminality, illegal drugs, and other problems. Both are critical to make our countrymen enjoy ang matatag, maginhawa, at panatag na buhay, as they themselves have voiced out in the mission natin 2040 and in the Philippine Development Plan. If I were to describe 2018, it was a year that is both challenging and fulfilling. We continue amidst the unfounded and unfair allegations from some sectors, including police abuses and disregard of law in the conduct of police operations. We continue to win the war against illegal drugs, criminality, and violent extremism because we adopted the whole-of-nation approach in our tribe. Our PNP was unrelenting and uncompromising in its campaign that resulted in the arrest, death, surrender, and even rehabilitation of drug personalities. Local institutions such as peace and order councils, anti-drug abuse councils, and people's law enforcement boards were strengthened and mobilized to support the PNP campaign. Further, local chief executives who were either not supporting the campaign or were involved in illegal drugs and criminal activities were investigated and charged in court. What also proved critical to our success was the internal cleansing we initiated in the PNP, which led to the dismissal, demotion, and suspension of thousands of errant police officers. We made sure that those who enforce the law possess the moral compass to lead the campaign. All this we affected a substantial decrease in crime volume and index crimes, and our people feeling a lot safer than before. We also made sure that the department, most especially our attached bureaus, the Philippine National Police, the Bureau of Fire Protection, the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, and the Philippine Public Safety College have what it takes to carry out their mandates. It is impossible for us to excel in our work, even if we have our collective hearts and minds to what we are doing, if we ourselves do not have the right resources. Hence, last year, we added thousands into the roosters, acquired mission essential equipment, and constructed facilities critical to their function and performance, all of which are now helping our personnel to do their duties more effectively and efficiently. Another challenge is to make the government felt by the people. That is why we have to strengthen citizens' participation in governance. As the chair of the Cabinet Cluster on Participatory Governments, the DILG made civil society organizations active fixtures in local development councils that help ensure that the projects that are being implemented at the local level are the ones that the people really need and will address their concerns. Additionally, we made sure that programs and projects are implemented so that they could benefit the people, especially the poor and the marginalized. The department accelerated the implementation of thousands of projects such as water systems, roads, evacuation centers, and healthcare and sanitation facilities, among others. Hindi naman dapat na kung kailan patay ng kabayo ay saka pa lamang darating ang damo. Thus, in the face of calamities that struck our country like Typhoon Ompong and Tropical Depression Usman, which claimed numerous lives, we played a key role in building the preparedness and resilience of our local government units. Most importantly, we have to make local governance more responsive, effective, and corrupt-free. The department pursued its good local governance initiatives in a way that differed from the past. We probe and charge in court local officials who did not do what they were supposed to do, including those who failed to preserve and protect Boracay Island, those who failed to comply with environmental laws, and those who failed to organize their anti-drug abuse councils. Anti-corruption was also launched to underscore the resolve of this administration to stamp out corruption down to the local level. Needless to say, and overall, we have overcome these challenges because we were strong and determined to complete the task at hand. My DILG family, the success we registered in 2018 brought about two new other challenges that we should similarly overcome this year. First, there were growing confidence of the President on the capability of the DILG to deliver whatever directive or assignment is given us. Marami tayong natutunayan at natapos sa mga pinagbutos ng ating Pangulo tulad ng taon. Kaya asahan pa natin sa 2019 ay mas marami pang ang darating bunsod na rin sa pagtitiwala ngayon ng Pangulong Duterte sa ating departamento. And let us not fail him. Second, the high expectation and demand by the Filipino people for the DILG to remain active in the campaign for good local governance and better peace and order and public safety climate. Let us not fail them as well in 2019. Allow me therefore to take this opportunity to call on you to work with me on the public priorities of this year. We shall sustain the momentum on our public order and safety advocacies. Our anti-illegal drugs and anti-criminality campaigns will not only be intensified, but will be more focused and methodical. The accomplishments we have achieved last year speak well for our dedication and commitment. We need to capitalize on these positive gains so that once and for all, we can eliminate, not minimize, the social menaces to ensure safer and peaceful communities. In fact, as a creature, before the year ended, the way the PNP handled the Garin case and how the PNP solved the Bato Cabe slave case, we earned the admiration and respect and the moral ascendancy. So let us give hand to our people. But still, of course, along this challenge is a reminder to our PNP to constantly observe respect for human rights and always abide by the mandates of the law which you have sought to enforce and protect. We also need to enhance our awareness and readiness in addressing the emerging threat of violent extremism. We all know that terrorism is a war without borders. The danger and destruction that it brings knows no age, gender, nor affiliations. We have our personal experience in Manawi City. Hence, we should do our best to prevent it from happening again. We need to introduce more innovative ways to counter this threat, and vigilance is the key. I therefore direct the BJMP not to allow any of our jail facilities to become recruitment havens for violent extremist groups. Moreover, we shall double our efforts in ending insurgency in our country. We will continue strengthening our ties with the various sectors of the society so that we can effectively address the communist problem. But aside from the enhanced combat and law enforcement operations together with the armed forces of the Philippines, we will also push the non-violent means. We shall therefore strive and work for the success of the localized peace talks with rebel groups so that the implementation of programs and projects by the LGUs in the national government will continue unhampered. Coupled with providing assistance to former rebels, This initiative will go a long way in sustaining the peaceful and orderly communities nationwide. Additionally, we must prepare our LGUs for disasters and calamities. In the face of unpredictability of weather disturbances, LGUs should always observe maximum or extreme preparedness rather than employ a calibrated response to them. This approach will save more lives and further reduce the number of casualties. Further, we should step up our advocacy and awareness drive and make sure local chief executives are on top of the preparations. I expect the PNP and the BMP to be always prepared to act as first and reliable responders during such crisis. Malaki ang inaasahan sa inyo sa mga ganitong pagkakataon. 2019 will be a year where we will decide the fate of our country by choosing our new path as well as our leaders. We will push forward the campaign for the shift to federalism. Following the DILG's designation as lead agency of the Interagency Task Force on Federalism and Constitutional Reform under Memo Circular Number 52, let us gather all national government agencies and reach out to as many sectors possible and make them part of creating a people-focused, reform-oriented federal constitution. Number two, likewise, we shall safeguard the successful conduct of elections and step up our advocacy against corrupt and crime-linked candidates in the midterm election. Just like in the 2018 barangay and Sangguniang Kapatagan elections, let us help in enlightening the people on which candidates, both at the national and local levels, are matino, mahusay at maasahan, and therefore worthy of their votes. I call on the PNP to work with the citizenry and various agencies of the government to ensure the conduct of honest, orderly, and peaceful elections, especially in identified election hotspots. Most importantly, we will deepen the drive for good local governance. We must speed up project implementation. The DILG shall continue finding ways to improve its LGU supervision function. By all means, let us continue with our developmental and recognition-based approach to supervision like the seal of good local governance. But we need to be tougher and uncompromising on local officials who do not do their job, or worse, which are part of the problems that we try to solve. For 2019, I call on the local government sector to ensure 100% completion of our various programs and projects like the water facilities, roads, bridges, and disaster-related facilities by end of November. Hindi sapat na may mga proyekto para sa mga mamamayan. Mas mahalaga na ang mga ito ay kanilang napapakinabangan agad-agad. That is why we need to continuously professionalize our DILG officials and personnel. With the high expectations of the people and the President from our department, we need a thoroughly competent and professional core of officials and personnel to carry out the task in front of us. I call on our PPAC President, Ricardo De Leon, and LGA Executive Director, Telma Messina, to further the trainings and capability enhancement of our own people. Such trainings should be those that are actually needed by our people, promote good values, and continually develop their character. Also, there will be no let up in our anti-corruption campaign, as this is key to clean, effective, and honest governance, as well as the peaceful and safe communities and country. Our anti-corruption efforts will be scaled up and will go even harder after personnel and local government officials who continue to engage in corrupt practices and activities. Panagutin natin ang mga nakasala sa batas. Tanggalin at parusahan ang mga tiwaling kawani at mga opisyal dahil hindi sila nararapat na manatili sa hanay ng mga lingkod bayan. Initial reforms within the DILG and its attached agencies will be step up with the Polcom Vice Chair Roger Casurao, PNP Chief Oscar Abayade, BJP Chief Deo Tapayan, BAP Chief Leo Banyago, joining us to ensure the reforms are carried out without fear or favor. Summing up, as we embark on our journey towards the adventure of 2019, I count on each of you to be my partners in leading our department. We must continue to work as a team, composed of many individuals and parts, all working in perfect unison and harmony to become the bastion of excellence. This will all start with ourselves. Let us be the role models of our DILG personnel and our local government leaders in providing the best public service to our constituents. Ladies and gentlemen, many, not all of this may seem difficult to accomplish. Nevertheless, I always believe that the DILG family can perform and deliver even beyond expectations. Always bear in mind that the DILG is one family. We need one another in order to succeed. Let us therefore continue to work together as agents of change, and without a doubt, what we have envisioned today will become another long list of accomplishments for tomorrow. And once again, let me congratulate each of every one of you, the Team DILG, from our top leaders down to our lowest employees. I would like to thank everyone for all their contributions that made 2018 an accomplished year for the DILG. And let me also take this opportunity to thank the wives, the spouses, the dependents who continues to provide support, assistance, and inspirations to all of us. Maraming salamat at masaganang 2019 sa ating lahat.